Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine, the show that teaches you how to survive the things that could kill you.
Like dog attacks, tsunamis, gas explosions.
Oof. And the things that make you only wish you were dead.
Like having to go to a one-person show, spilling your drink on yourself, getting food poisoning.
Ugh. Oh, that makes me just want to start the song.
I love it.
What? Cut print.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. How to survive. How to survive.
Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine. I am Danielle.
I'm Kristine.
Kristine, you are very bubbly today.
I don't know why.
Are you on something or what is happening exactly?
Not at this moment.
Okay,
but I have been getting high.
Yeah, you've dropped into conversation with me a couple of times that you've been high, and I was just surprised because I didn't know that as your part of your
Repertoire?
yeah. Anymore.
No, because I generally don't like to get high.
Oh, okay.
But
Recently.
there have been some new developments.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, so my mom and my aunt visited recently.
Okay, enough said. Got
Big
it.
potheads. Well,
Picture clear.
my aunt was having some night terrors.
Oh.
She has night terrors. I know.
Sorry.
It's my family. That's mild for my family. Night terrors. We all have night terrors.
Yeah.
And
She literally wakes up screaming.
yes.
That's comforting in a
cries.
house with two children.
Yeah. And so I thought, maybe a little bit of weed would help.
Her or you?
Maybe everyone, but
Okay. The kids.
starting with her.
Okay.
So I was talking about this with Garen,
Okay.
and Garen said, "Oh, I have some weed gummies. I could just give you a little few that she could try, and then if you wanted to get more, you could go get some."
So this is like a bulletin because I didn't know that.
You didn't know this happened. It was.
Well,
I gave him a ride home one night.
One night?
Yeah,
Oh, when we
Or
recorded
did
at night.
the night we drank. The night we
The
drank.
night we drank. Okay. I also didn't know that Garen did gummies or any kind of
I didn't
marijuana.
either.
Okay. So this is news.
Surprise!
Is this a regular thing?
I do it just when I stream. Sometimes we call it taking a phone call. Just
Okay.
Is that your thing, or is that a streaming
Actually,
thing?
that was a Tyler Oakley thing that we boosted from his stream.
Oh, okay.
Taking a phone call. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
just
Okay.
as a euphemism, but it kind of helps with anxiety.
Of course.
Kind of gets rid of the negative thoughts and the depression shit that I deal with.
I've just heard
lately.
that, and I am no expert at all. I've just heard that edibles are so much more potent than any other form. So I'm kind of surprised you're doing edibles.
Here's the thing: I don't think it affects me quite as badly as everybody else's. Probably because my body.
Because your anxiety is so high.
No, I think it's because I'm almost entirely made up of fat. So
You know what? This is enough of this. I don't.
Garen is
First
a
of all,
slim man.
I'm not saying I'm fat. I'm
No, I
saying
understand.
I don't have muscle.
But I don't
It's
know.
all-
Okay.
It's not alcohol. I mean,
But I do
does
think
pot react to
I do think
body size and
people
type?
have different sensitivities.
Yeah, I don't. think
Oh,
I'm
I'm sure.
very-
Just like Tylenol.
And he just maybe doesn't have maybe he has a
Higher tolerance.
I think I do. I'm still really new to it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
People are like, what do you like? Do you like sativa or indica or whatever? Like, I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
Like, I
Diet
like the
Coke.
lime gummy flavor.
I like the one with a cute name. I don't know what they are. So
Okay, so he gave you gummies.
He gave me a few gummies. He said, "Tell her one, no more than one. This is reasonable, and she'll feel pretty good with one before she goes to bed." So I got home with them, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a half because I'm so
see
sensitive
how it
to see how it
is.
affects
Yeah.
me, because I don't want to just give her one and then
Right.
she has like hallucinations.
Okay, right.
So one night, after the kids went to bed, I took one, half of one.
Half, yeah.
Cut it in half. I took half. And didn't tell my husband. And then we start watching like episode 2 of The Staircase.
Oh no!
And I'm like, I can't feel the lower half of my body. I have one leg.
Oh no!
I don't.
I'm falling down a staircase.
Yes, like all of a sudden, my bottom half just felt like my legs had melded together into one being. I did not have a vagina anymore.
Okay.
It was just a lump.
You have a stump for a bottom
I had a
half.
whole stump. And the weird thing was I had a big body pillow between my legs because I'm still recovering from my knee thing. And so it feels good to have that.
Yes.
That was, in my mind, it was gone. It had melded to become part of my body.
Is there a reason you didn't tell Sven that you did this?
Well,
would he be judgmental or...
No, I just was like, I'm just doing this thing. I'm going to see how it affects
Okay.
me. I'll probably end up telling him. But then I was so high, I couldn't handle it. And then I didn't want to tell him because I was like, what if he starts to fuck with me and I can't handle that?
Because he's such a prankster, your husband. Your
He's
German
not at
husband
all.
is such an
He's
imp.
not at all. But
I know.
No matter how he reacted, I felt
Right.
like I couldn't handle it.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if you recall in the staircase, this isn't a spoiler per se, but there's a very graphic scene of death.
3 times.
I just saw the one, the first one, in which it's like, what if it was an accident?
Right.
But it's hard
it is
to
horrific.
watch.
It's horrific.
I don't know what it's like when you're not high, but when you're high, it's like, oh my God, I can't handle this. And then, so this is why I'm not a person who enjoys pot, is because it's like suddenly my anti-anxiety medicine just stops working.
Oh,
it like
shit.
negates it. So I was like, what if there's an earthquake tonight? The kids are both on the top bunk of the bed.
Oh
They're
my
going to fly from the
God.
top bunk of the bed and smash into all the mirrors across the room.
This is the most unfun high I've ever heard of.
I got to go get them, but I can't lift them out of the top bunk.
Plus, you can't walk. You only have a stump.
I can't. Am I going to hop on my stump? And then I can't carry them. I'm not strong enough. They weigh too much.
And you can't tell Sven.
I can't tell Sven. I'm so high. And then I'm not even going to make sense. I'm going to bring up the earthquake. He's going to laugh or he's going to think I'm crazy, but it could happen tonight. And then I'm just going to lay here and not save my kids. Like, I was spiraling. My heart was beating so fast. It was really intense.
Okay, so then you gave the other half to your aunt.
I was like, don't take a whole one.
Wait, did you really give it to her?
Yes. Because I know me.
Right.
But I didn't take Garen's advice for her to take an entire one. I said,
no,
take
I would
half.
take a half, yeah.
And she was like, I felt great.
Oh.
You have given me such a gift.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I have had no night terrors. She did it the entire time. The rest of the time she was there. Half was fine for her. She was like, I could probably take a whole. I know I have this thing. So then my solution is that I go to the pot store and buy like 5 different kinds of pot.
Why? If you had such a bad experience, what are you doing?
So, update, I go on a book club getaway.
Right.
And
I heard about this.
with my friend, Jessie, who's, friend of the show. You can listen to her raccoon story on an older episode.
Yes.
And she has mints that are 1 milligram each.
Okay.
So that gummy was 10. I took a half, which was
took
5.
5.
So she was like, if you want to try one of my mints sometimes, they're 1. It's kind of like a Xanax. It's very mild. And I was like, you know what? I am not done with this journey. I'm going to try 1 milligram because maybe that's just the sweet spot.
Right.
Took 1.
Uh-oh.
And when I went into the bedroom to take the 1, I was feeling a little bit stressed. Because sometimes big groups can make me feel a little overwhelmed.
Right. The size of a book club is just...
It's too much for
too much
it's
for
too
you.
much for me.
Yeah.
And it was just right.
Good.
So I was like, this is the answer.
1 milligrams.
This is the answer.
Yeah.
And then this is going to air later, but there was, we had a terrible tragedy recently. Yeah. It was very stressful for all of us.
I guess we should clarify in case there have been many more since then.
Oh, there's probably going to be more.
They were talking about the Texas grade school.
And so I was, that day, just a couple days ago, I was crying so hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to manage all my emotions. So I was like, I think the solution is I'm going to go into a weed store, which I've never gone into.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go on a shopping spree.
Got it.
And I bought strawberry flavored gummies. I bought pear flavored gummies.
But why would you go back to the gummies if the gummies were the problem? Or are these 1 milligram
They're all
gummies?
1.
Oh, they have 1 milligram gummies. Okay, I didn't know.
So every night I've been taking one. One night I took one and then went to a gun activism meeting
You're gonna say went to like a gun. What's it called?
Store.
No, but like when you go target practice.
Yeah, I went shotguns. Oh my God. No, but this is what I did. I went to a gun activism meeting, and then I was like, what's my brother been saying on Facebook lately?
Oh, fuck.
About guns. And I thought, this is a good time to engage with him. I'm high. And in the meantime, I'm also going to order a bunch of postcards to do activism with voters. Right. So I did like a good thing while I was high. And then like a really dumb thing. So I don't know. I don't know what the moral of this story is. Is it good for me to do pot or not?
I think the moral of the story is 1 milligram. Oh, wait, did you drive on 1 milligram?
No. I only do it at night.
Okay.
Like right after the kids go to bed. Okay. I take a little gummy, and I've been sleeping really well.
Well, I think that's great. I think that's what it's for. I mean, it's also to get high. Do you get high?
I don't know.
Or you just get relaxed?
I don't feel high. That's the thing. The feeling of being high for me is anxiety, heart racing, stress. Right. So this is better. It's more like a Xanax.
My few experiences with pot have been so not positive that I just don't do it anymore. I never did it regularly. I did it a handful of times in my life. I mean, I did it once in Holland and in Amsterdam, and that was fucking bananas. I guess it probably wasn't even pot. It was hash or something. I don't know. I mean, that was like time bending in and on itself. The other times have just been, I mean, that was just like what they say, you know, just like extreme and crazy. But I was with my friend who lives there, and it was fine. But
was it fun, or were you like, I just want this to end?
No, it wasn't either. I think it was fun. I think we were probably laughing. Yeah. But I just remember not having any sense of time. Like I was very confused about how long we had been there. Okay. And then I think she rode us home on her bicycle.
Amsterdam, yeah, for sure. And then she threw it in the river. So then the other times I've either been paranoid or it hasn't affected me. So I just don't. Well, if you ever want to try a gummy at home, I would. I'll bring in some samples. I also got CBD mints that don't have any pot in them, but that are supposed to be good for like pain and inflammation.
Yeah, they don't do shit.
I don't think they do either.
Doesn't do shit,
but
I don't think.
I thought, you know what? I mean, I'll try it during the day.
Well, so similarly to your new exploration of finding new things, and in your case, it's pot, I have discovered a show.
Oh, good.
Called Table Wars.
Table Wars?
Yes.
I can't wait to hear this.
Okay. What happened was for some reason, someone got me excited about this Martha Stewart tag sale show, which it turned out it was just a special. It's not a series.
Is Snoop Dogg on it?
No, thank God. No, she just like invited people over to her house, which they had to pay to get into, then to buy, and then they could buy things from her house, like her actual house, and then they made a TV show out of it. So I think she made money 3 times.
Like an estate sale while she's alive.
Yes, an estate sale while she's alive. Yes. So I am kind of curious to see it. I don't know why.
She's so smart.
I don't like have a feeling about her one way or the other, but I was just like, I'm curious to see what kind of things she has in her home that she's going to sell. So anyway, Oliver and I went to find it, and it wasn't yet available on the app we watched. But we found this other show called Table Wars, which she hosts, quote unquote. She barely says a fucking thing. She's just phoning it in the whole time.
And the other people making her money.
Yeah. And then one of the twins, the Maori twins, Tia and Tamara.
Okay.
Is that what their names are, Maori?
Yeah.
Okay. One of those is the host. I mean, is the actual host.
Okay.
Whatever. And then anyway, it's a table setting competition show. They have to fucking set a table.
Oh my God.
They have to
come on, why can't this be Barefoot Contessa?
But here's the thing. I watch any competition show, and it's not just putting forks and plates on a table, obviously. It's like decor, and they put, things above it, and they put things on the side of it, and they make it a whole thing.
Oh my God, is it like peonies or tulips?
Oh, it's flowers, it's frames, it's it's just bananas.
Little
name cards sometimes.
So you subjected yourself to this on purpose.
I am loving it. I like any competition show that involves a skill, even if the skill is setting a table.
Anything.
I like it. I don't know why. I like that there's some artistic quality to it. There's some talent to it. The people are bananas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I really want to think of a competition show that you're like, no. I am not going to.
The one I said no to was that, Is It Cake? That's the one I was.
Is It Cake?
Yeah, I watched one. I told Oliver I would watch one with him. I did, and I'm like, nope, I can't handle this at all.
Okay.
This is excruciating.
What about shows like Naked and Afraid, where it's not really they're creating something, it's more that they have to endure
I've
something?
seen parts of that show. I probably would watch that. I just haven't really.
Yeah.
But no, I like the making aspect. I like
skill, the craft.
Skill,
Do you like
because I like that people can do things with their hands because I can't.
Okay.
So I'm very impressed with that, and I'm fascinated by it. I mean, could I put a table together that looked nice? Probably.
Yes.
I don't know if I would think of all the banana things that they think of, but
You could pull it off.
they also like have things made. I mean, there's craftsmen there who like carpenters who make things for them. It's not just
They don't have to do all of it.
They don't have to do all of it.
They have to
no.
come up with the ideas.
Yeah, most of them are event planners. Although one guy, Oliver and I were laughing because he's a theme park designer. So he's like,
Wow.
yeah, I do everything. I do everything from like the decor you see to, designing whether, figuring out whether a roller coaster will work. And I'm like, that's not the same job. There is no way on earth that is the same job. That's like what a kid would think a amusement park designer does.
Yes.
You don't like come up with the pretty bench that looks like a tree and design a roller coaster. That's a different skill set.
People.
Anyway, that's what he claimed. We really should get to our topic. I have no segue.
What's your segue? You got to make a segue. I'm insisting on a segue.
I like anyone who's skilled at anything, including how to survive a home gas explosion.
What? I want to know this because I worry about this.
I'm not surprised. Well, maybe if you weren't so fucking high all the time.
Well, this is the new me. Get used to it.
I wish I had something like that where I have, a little wine every once in a while, but yeah, I just, my body, I don't have the temperament for it. Anyway.
Maybe you just haven't tried the right gummy yet.
I haven't. I've never tried an edible. Those things didn't exist the last time I did these things. Okay. How to survive a gas explosion. Okay, what can you do if you hear a hissing sound or smell gas inside your home? So those are the two main ways you're going to figure out if you have
Hissing sound?
hissing sound. Is
Check
the gas
for
coming
snakes.
out? Yes. Or you smell gas. I'm sure you are aware that they have put an additive in gas, which is normally odorless.
Okay.
So that you can smell it, so that it alerts you to possible danger.
That's how so many people die in their sleep, right? Because they don't smell the...
Yeah. Okay.
Leave the house.
That's part of it. Check the stove. If it's safe, walk over to your stove and make sure all your burners are turned off. Mm-hmm. It's a common mistake. Someone bumps into the stove and the gas is accidentally turned on. Maybe in a Carol Burnett sketch. I have no idea how that could actually happen.
Yeah, like...
Oh, I accidentally turned... I guess you could turn the handle... You could turn the handle on, and not press down so it didn't light. It just went on, maybe.
Your butt's so high to do that.
Yeah, you have to have a high butt.
Really high
You have
butt.
to have a high butt. Keep the lights off. Don't turn the lights on, as that could spark an explosion if gas is present.
Really?
Make sure you have a flashlight handy. Can you believe that?
I just don't understand how things work.
I don't either.
Really don't.
Open all the doors and windows. Make sure you ventilate the house. Keep doors and windows open. That'll help get any gases out.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, here's the real challenging part.
Uh-oh.
Ready, Kristine?
I'm ready.
Know where your gas meter is located.
I think it's outside, right?
Yes.
I might know.
When there isn't an emergency, go outside your home and check to see where your meter is and how to operate it.
How to operate it? Don't they have professionals for that?
You can shut it off if you smell gas. You can do that. Use a wrench to turn the valve from the on to off positions.
Oh, geez, Louise. Okay.
And now, as you said, get out. Finally, you should make sure you evacuate your home. Get a safe distance away. Across the street will work. Once you feel safe, dial 911.
My neighbors are not going to like this. They are not welcoming people.
Oh, well, they won't see you. Will they see you across the street?
They are across the street.
No, but what if you go to the bird spotter neighbors?
Yeah, I'll go there.
Go to there. The people who are like, I saw birds.
I might just go
having
to
sex
a
in your
restaurant.
tree."
I just might go to a restaurant.
You know what? Take a book.
Yeah.
Just have a you day. Don't just rely on your nose. Although a distinctive odor is added to make natural gas easy to recognize, you may not be able to smell leaking gas if you have a diminished sense of smell.
Like I've COVID.
I was going to say, so many people from COVID and other things. My friend's husband doesn't have olfactory senses. He can't smell anything. It's so sad.
Can he taste?
Well, I'm assuming he can taste, but it's probably much diminished from what we taste. Wow. I know.
That's sad.
You're experiencing odor fatigue. Normal.
I've been smelling candles all day at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Normal temporary inability to distinguish an odor after prolonged exposure to it. So, like, if you're smelling some, I guess it's possible. So you know how you get used to a smell?
Yes.
So I guess that's possible. You have a physical condition such as a common cold, sinus condition, or allergies. You use tobacco, alcohol, drugs, and certain medications.
Well, what about your common cold that's constant?
Oh, just my stuffiness?
Yes.
You know, I think I have a pretty good sense of smell.
How's your stuffiness, by the way, since you've just had your surgery?
Well,
we didn't talk about that. I was just talking about myself the whole time.
That's okay. It was much more interesting. They put the little tubes in my ears. Now my ears are blocked because of the tubes, which he says is normal for a while. So I don't know. I will say, though, that the anesthesiologist told me that I might get, nauseated from the anesthesia. But if you're a smoker, you'll get less nauseated from the anesthesia.
Well, I guess that's a one plus of
I know,
being a
it's
smoker.
very strange. I didn't get nauseated. I was fine.
I'm glad.
Also, if you use... Also, if the odor is masked or hidden by other odors that are present,
like if you're a really stinky dog.
Yeah, you had some cinnamon bun candle you lit for no reason.
Well, I don't want to go to that.
Isn't that disgusting?
Glade plugins.
Glade plugins. Oh, they're my worst nightmare.
What about what's that spray that people use?
Febreze. Febreze, I'm okay with.
Oh, I hate it so much.
If it's the plain Febreze.
Oh, is there plain?
I think so.
I thought it was all scented.
Oh, no, because there's the kind that you spray on your clothes, and I think that's just kind of not as heavy of a scent. So let me explain that thing about the odor fading.
Okay.
Sometimes physical and or chemical processes can cause a loss of odor in natural gas, making it undetectable by smell. Odor fade can be caused by adsorption, absorption, oxidation, or any combination thereof. Okay.
And you just don't even know.
No.
It's just going to happen. You're just like watching your competition shows and this
I know,
is happening.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you know if you're at risk? Obviously, old pipes are more prone to leak than a new pipe.
Oh, we have old pipes.
Do you really?
I'm sure.
You
Our
gotta
house
get them looked
is
at.
so old.
Yeah, but you can do upgrades on your house. No, you got to save that money for pot.
Yep.
That's my drug money. It would be a good idea if you have an older house to determine when the pipes were put in.
Okay.
How do you know if pipes in your home are old or need to be replaced? First, figure out if the pipes are yours or the gas company's. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Me either.
If the pipes belong to you, call a plumber to determine their condition and whether they need replacing.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to be like, they need replacing.
I
all
know,
of them.
but yeah. The plumber is the expert in your house. A plumber can tell you how old the pipes are and their condition, especially if you have an old house.
Why didn't I marry a plumber?
He probably knows if the pipes are yours or the city's, though, right? I don't even know how you would find that out.
I bet Sven knows.
Still, just because you have an old house doesn't necessarily mean your pipes are old. Get an annual check of your pipes and natural gas appliances by a licensed plumber or certified technician. What else can I do to prevent leaks or explosions? The number one cause of pipeline accidents remains to be people that dig into the lines, and they cause either immediate damage or long-term. Sometimes leaks can go unnoticed when a person digs into a service line and doesn't notify the energy company.
What are they looking for? Gold? Coins?
Well, I think it's like, I'm putting in a pool in my backyard, or I'm putting in a sprinkler system, or I'm burying my wife who fell down the stairs.
Burying the wife is a common.
There have been incidents where someone hits a line, doesn't break it, doesn't tell anyone. It leaves the pipe weaker, and unfortunately, there's no way for the utility to know that that's what's happened. You just think, I hit it, but there's no hole. I also want to tell you about other things in your house that can explode. Water heater.
Oh, no.
A water heater tank that is overpressured can generate tremendous force when it explodes. To prevent this from happening in your home, you should have your water heater serviced once a year by a trained professional. And you will want to check with them to be sure that you have a relief device installed on your unit that protects both both against excessive pressure and excessive temperature. Also, to be safe, you should have your pressure and temperature relief valve replaced every 3 years. And if you ever adjust the temperature limit on your water heater, be sure to never allow it to exceed more than 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Because it'll make it explode.
Because it'll explode.
Oh, this is a lot.
I know. This is like the Barry
I feel
episode.
like I have a list now of things I have to do.
You. This is homework.
That's okay.
There's
I
more.
can handle it.
There's more.
I can handle it.
Furnace boiler. And I don't even know. Furnace? I don't know if
Do I have that?
Similar to a water heater, if your home has a furnace boiler for creating hot water for your heating system, then you will want to take similar precautions to what we just described for water heaters. Gas grill. 6,000 gas grill explosions occur every year, causing severe injuries and sometimes deaths.
No, let's just get rid of the gas grill. Oh, we don't have... Do we have one? I don't know. Yes, we do. We're getting rid of it.
To prevent you or your family from being part of the statistic, you should read all safety instructions before using your grill. You should do routine maintenance inspections and replace any damaged parts immediately. Also, do not use a propane tank if it is dented or damaged in any way. And do not store your propane tank near any heat sources, nor carry a propane tank in your car trunk on a hot day.
Oh my gosh, that's a
disaster waiting to happen.
That's a car explosion.
Combustible products. The next cause of too many explosions in the home is from combustible household products. You should be aware of which products that you use in your home are flammable and be sure to store these combustible liquid sprays and powders in cool locations.
Like Aquanet hairspray.
Yes.
And that bug spray, like Raid.
Yes. And you will want to be sure that these storage areas are very well ventilated so that you don't have a chance of fumes building up.
Just don't buy that stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Although it may be convenient, you should never store any cooking spray, flammable insect repellents, or any other combustible products near your stove. Dum-dum.
I just moved that stuff out of my kitchen because it was above my stove.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And I just moved it out into our laundry room.
Great. And now more room in the kitchen for your weed.
Exactly.
And
that's where I put my weed.
And get rid of any dented cans or damaged containers for any flammable products. Glass containers. A frequent cause of eye damage in the home is from explosions of glass containers. To prevent glass container explosions, never shake carbonated liquids that are in glass bottles or containers, and especially keep carbonated beverages that are in glass containers away from children who may shake or run with them.
Like a bottle of Coke that's in a Mexican Coke.
Mexican Coke, or a seltzer bottle.
Yes.
Because you're going to do some shtick later. Do some comedy. Some slapstick comedy.
That's
with a
one of
seltzer bottle.
the biggest comedy bits I do in my house is with a seltzer bottle.
Right. Also, before you use any glassware in your microwave or oven, you will want to be sure that they are a type of glass which is made for this use. Do not leave glass containers on stove burners, and never put glass containers of liquid in a freezer unless they have a very high alcohol content,
Really?
which lowers the freezing point. Yes, I think that's why you can put vodka in the freezer. Have you not seen people put vodka in the freezer?
Oh, yeah. I put vodka in the freezer. But, are they saying you can't store food?
No. They're saying liquid. Like, you wouldn't put a glass bottle of water in...
Oh, got it.
Because it would expand.
Like leftovers you can freeze in a glass container.
Well...
Because I do that.
Yeah,
in
it
like
says liquid.
Because I use a lot of glass storage containers.
Yeah, no, this is liquid.
Okay. Oh, I got to listen better.
Cooking flour. And lastly, cooking flour dust is highly flammable.
No.
Yes.
Stop it.
I know. And so this is really biting into my comical hijinks.
Right. I mean, so many Laverne and Shirley episodes now we're learning dangerous.
You should avoid creating flour dust clouds around any heat sources in your kitchen. And you will want to especially keep open flames, such as candles, gas stove, burners, cigarettes, etc., away from your flour when preparing your baking. Are you ready for your story?
I love stories.
I'm going to take you back to 1937.
Oh, man. Those were the days. God,
March 18th, 1937.
Right by my birthday.
That's right.
No one cares.
Nearly 300 students were killed in an explosion of natural gas at their school.
Oh, man.
In 1937.
That sucks.
The Consolidated School of New London sat in the middle of a large oil and natural gas field.
What?
No problem there.
Oh, that seems like a bad plan.
The area was dominated by 10,000 oil derricks, 11 of which stood right on school grounds.
Jeez.
Hey, kids, go out. It's recess. Go play on those derricks.
Oh, my gosh.
The school was newly built in the 30s for close to $1 million, and from its conception bought natural gas from Union Gas to supply its energy needs. The school's natural gas bill averaged about $300 a month. Eventually, officials at Consolidated School were persuaded to save money by tapping into the wet gas line operated by Parade Oil Company that ran near the school. Wet gas is a type of waste gas that is less stable and has more impurities than typical natural gas. At the time, it was not completely uncommon for consumers living near oil fields to use this gas. I mean, it's cheap. It's,
Okay.
it's the 30s. You're in the middle of the Depression. Use some wet gas.
Sure.
At 3:05 p.m. on March 18th, a Thursday afternoon, the 694 students and 40 teachers in attendance at the Consolidated School were looking forward to the final bell, which was to ring in 10 minutes. Instead, a huge and powerful explosion, which literally blew the roof off of the building, leveled the school.
Cannoli.
The blast, which came without warning because natural gas had no smell back then,
Oh, right.
was felt by people 40 miles away
Oh, Lord.
and killed most victims instantly. People rushed to the scene to pull out survivors. Hundreds of injured students were hauled from the rubble. Miraculously, some students walked away unharmed. 10 of these were found under a large bookcase that shielded them from the falling building. See, books save lives.
I always tell people that.
Or at least bookcases. First aid stations were established in the nearby towns of Tyler, Overton, Kildare, and Henderson to tend to the wounded. Reportedly, a blackboard at the destroyed school was found that read, "Oil and natural gas are our greatest natural gifts.
Wow.
Without them, the school would not be here and none of us would be learning our lessons." The exact cause of the spark that ignited the gas was never found, although it is now known that the gas could have been ignited by static electricity. As a result of this incident, wet gas was required to be burned at the site rather than piped away. More importantly, a new state law mandating the usage of malodorants in natural gas for commercial and industrial use was put into place after the incident.
Oh, that's what started it.
Yep. This would provide a warning to anyone in the area of a natural gas leak and hopefully prevent large casualties, such as the ones felt in this explosion.
Oh, my gosh. So let me get this straight. What they did was a bunch of kids died and they changed the law?
I know, it's so fucking weird.
That's wild, because it seems like even back then, like, kids worked in factories and they didn't treat kids that well, and like you would be like, they don't even give a shit about kids back then, but like kids did get hurt and they were like, we got to change the law.
Oh, consequence.
Yeah.
Or like cause and effect.
Yeah. They were like, we got to make this
Yeah.
thing that hurts people safer.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Or
let's do a solution.
Or instead, we could just say the kids have to learn how to be
hold their breath.
safer from the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, kids have to hold their breath near gas.
Kids just always have to hold their breath constantly because the gas could come anytime.
They have to go around throwing bookshelves over them.
They should just always be under a bookshelf.
I was under a bookshelf once.
You were?
Yeah, when I was, not a bookshelf, an armoire.
Tell me everything.
When I was a little kid and I had to reach something in my armoire that was too high for me. So I climbed into the armoire. I probably did this a million times.
Yeah.
And used, the bottom part as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
And the armoire fell onto me.
Were you okay?
And landed on top of me. And I was like, guys.
I'm trapped?
I was totally fine. The clothes saved me.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would have been fine anyway, but obviously the clothes cushioned. So
that's like a cartoon.
It is.
Episode.
It's like a cartoon. My parents come in and just see this huge armoire on top of me.
Did you have to wait for the laugh track to finish before?
Yes.
you could yell for your...
Yeah. My parents came first. My parents came in and there was applause.
Yeah.
And which combined with the laughter that was already going on, and then they had to wait until they could say anything.
Are you sure this wasn't an episode of Family Ties?
I swear to God this happened.
I mean, I believe it.
I mean, I remember it very clearly. I wasn't really that scared because, I probably was scared going down. But then when I landed, I was not super scared.
You were like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I don't need to do drugs because that's how exciting my life is.
It's hella exciting.
It is hella exciting.
I'm sorry I said hella.
You should be.
It's who you are now.
It is. You know what?
That's who you are now. This is her whole night.
It's part of my
lifestyle.
new persona. Danielle,
Yeah.
thank you for keeping us safe
You're so welcome.
week after week.
Thank you for doing it every other week.
Every other week, I'm in charge of keeping us safe.
Yes. This week it was me.
Well, you did great.
Thanks. Yeah, check your gas lines and your barbecue.
I'm going to check my gas lines.
grill.
I'm going to check my barbecue. I'm going to check if I have a hot water heater, where it is.
Where all those
I'm going
tanks
to
are.
find out where a wrench is so I know to have it close
Yes.
by so I can turn off the outdoor.
You're going to find out where a wrench is?
Yes.
You don't even know where a wrench is in your house?
I mean, I think in the garage.
Okay.
But I would have to look.
Oh, okay.
I don't automatically know where to go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you know where a wrench is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, we have a couple of tools
you're-
in our kitchen.
Your garage is super organized.
Yes, because my husband is a super organized person.
Yeah.
And then we have a tool box in the garage.
I have a toolbox in my laundry room. It's more of a bin. I'm gonna get more. I'm working
So there's no
on it.
tools in the toolbox, is what you're saying.
It's like a plastic bin that I put some tools in that were formerly in my kitchen.
Got it.
I'm working on organizing. It's a slow process.
Okay. Well, you could just, like I said before, marry Jimmy and then everything will get taken care of.
What happened?
I marry Jimmy and then everything is taken
Oh,
care of.
yeah. See,
Yeah. Because
my husband isn't as organized. What?
No, is
not an
organized.
organism?
This is the week I get organized.
My husband isn't an
in a,
organism.
it's in a movie, and I can never remember what movie it's in. I think it's Singles, where there's like a poster that says, "This is the week that I'm going to get organized." Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't, but I do like the movie Singles.
Okay, we've gone way far afield.
Thank you for listening.
And we'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine. I remain Danielle.
I'm continuing to be Kristine.
Love it. How was your break?
Oh, it was so fun.
We gave Garen his belated birthday gifts,
He was so grateful.
Thank you very, very much.
including a couple of personalized cards from your children.
Yes.
Which was very, very sweet.
They're going to want to know specifically how you reacted.
He almost teared up.
I have this weird thing where if someone, this is a very weird thing actually. If someone draws me or I see art of me,
Yeah.
it just gets me really like emotional. I don't know why. Like I get like touched,
Very
like,
sweet.
deeply.
You
It's-
should be.
Imagine how
Crazy.
Mona Lisa felt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
She finally cracked a smile. That was about as much
Maybe.
emotion she showed.
Did she smile?
Not really.
I don't know.
No. I don't understand enough about art to know why that's such a fabulous painting. I've seen it in person. I'm like, yep. There it is. It's small.
I couldn't wait in line that long. I just was like, I've seen
You're
it.
like, I've seen it on a postcard.
You know what?
It's funnier with the mustache.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in our guest.
Please.
So we just, because I want to get her thoughts on art.
Yes.
We just talked about how to survive a gas explosion.
Yes.
And now we've got Babs Gray here from the Fabulous Lady to Lady podcast and Toxic, the Britney Spears story, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It changed, I think, Britney Spears' life for the better.
I kind of did. No big deal.
No big deal, but you saved
Yeah.
Britney Spears' life. I don't want to, make light of it, but
Yeah,
it's true.
I am kind of like when people are like, "Oh, I learned how to make sourdough over the pandemic." I'm like,
I
well,
saved Britney
I kinda-
Spears.
yeah, had a bigger
kinda
thing
did.
going on. No, whatever.
And Babs is here to talk about
Another kind
How
of
to survive.
sort of a gas explosion.
A body explosion.
right.
Full body,
Body
explosion experience.
Babs, how are you?
That sounds more fun. I'm good. I'm. You're getting me on like still. I've recovered, but it hasn't been that long.
You're
so,
still
like, I'm
fragile
fresh.
from
Yeah, I'm
COVID.
still from this body explosion. from food
Oh,
poisoning.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, this was this recently?
Yes, it was
okay.
very
When
recent.
was this?
It was a week. I got over it a week ago.
Oh.
I got it in Mexico at a friend's wedding.
Oh, that's what.
That's
okay.
where I got sick.
So I don't know if this means anything to you, but this is quite an accolade for you because this is the most current story we've ever had. Like we've never had. Usually it's like, well, when I was
Usually
in my
it's
20s and dumb.
Right,
So this is
right.
awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, very fresh off the horrible experience.
Okay, so walk us through it. You went to Mexico.
Yeah, we went to Playa del Carmen, which is just south of Cancun, and I've never been to Mexico at
Okay.
all. Been planning this for a very long time.
Okay.
Because, I've been working my ass off, and I was like, yes, finally a break.
A vacation.
And, vacation. All of our friends in one little resort together in one place.
How fun.
I'm a bridesmaid, sort of maid of honor. She didn't want to like make anyone, but basically.
Wink, wink.
Wink,
we
wink.
all know who the maid of honor was.
I threw the bachelorette, so,
Okay.
We
So
know
this
who the responsible one is.
Yeah.
Well, we all shared it, but yeah, it was, all of us were kind of sharing responsibilities. So, I've got I have a bridesmaid thing. It was like not just a guest. I was like, also,
You're doing a lot.
yeah, doing a lot. And she asked me to do a speech too, and I was like making a big thing. So I was like, well, I have to be the last speech. Like I was like very.
You're like, I'm headlining this
I was
motherfucker.
like
The speech.
I made sure I was like, I'm going last because I'd written a parody song. And
I love
Oh
this.
my God.
This is amazing.
What? Wait, what? Okay. This is a person in comedy? Your friend
Yes,
got
yes,
married?
we're all
Okay.
comics. Yeah,
Okay,
it's all
okay.
comedy people.
All
So
Very
I'll
fun.
explain the song a little
Yes,
bit later. But anyway, we got on the day of the wedding. We all getting ready together, and
Yeah.
they gave us some chicken tacos that I don't know if it was that or if we somehow ingested some water. We were trying not to, just drink all the
Right.
water and stuff, but obviously
Sure.
it could happen. And then so it was like, that's a few hours before the wedding, and then I'm up there, standing up there, and I'm like
During the wedding.
during the wedding, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
oh no,
Oh, no.
No.
yeah, that's that feeling where you're like, oh, something's bad.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no, this is a sitcom. This is horrible.
It was awful. It was. It felt like I was like, this isn't happening.
Okay, so did you feel nauseated or did you feel like you had to poop your
I
pants?
felt nauseated.
Okay.
I felt like something's like wrong and I'm sick. And so I was
Does
just,
anybody object?
yeah, exactly. And also, it's very funny. My friend Erin, the one who's getting married, she hates vomit. She has a phobia of it, actually.
no.
To a point where she, like, if she's with someone who she thinks is going to throw up, she, like, freaks out and needs to know every detail. So I didn't want her to know, you know what I mean? And obviously, it's her fucking wedding, and I'm not trying to, do anything. So I just, like, kind of, like, I just tried to, like, keep it together. And then finally, it ends the ceremony, and then they're like, now it's picture time. And I was like, I'm going to die.
Oh my God.
And so I said to the photographer who I knew, I was like, can you go fast? I need to go to the bathroom. And he was like, okay. And then she kind of got wit. She was like, what's going on? And then one of the other bridesmaids was like, I'm not feeling well either.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh. And we kept giving each other this look that
This
was
is
like,
bridesmaids.
It
This
was.
is
It was.
bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we kept giving each other a look like, this isn't happening, right? This isn't happening. So we got through the photos. I went to the bathroom and just like tried to throw up. And I was like, maybe I'll feel better now.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling better, but I just like white knuckled it through dinner.
Wait,
'Cause
were
I was,
you able to throw up?
I did
Okay.
throw up.
Okay.
And then I was like, maybe I'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe it's just
you're,
that one
yeah, you're like
time.
hoping
Yeah,
like that's it, one and done.
Got out of my system.
Right. And so, I came back to dinner and I was just like very ill. And I was just like, all my friends are getting drunk and like having so much fun. And I'm just like sitting at the table, like trying to keep it together.
Because the last thing you want to do is drink when you're like throwing up.
I was like, somebody was like, have a tequila. And I'm like, okay. And
What?
I tried.
That's
gosh.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard. At least have something fizzy.
When someone's sick and everyone's just throwing every suggestion at them. Because they're
Oh,
like,
you know what helps?
Do this line of coke.
yeah,
hard liquor.
exactly. Yeah, they're like, just do something.
Just spin around 12 times fast. Just see what happens.
They're basically like, we don't want to deal with you being sick, so like, here's any
It's not
solution.
happening.
Yeah.
It's time for the hora. Get on that chair.
So like, the speeches are at the end of dinner, right, or in the middle of dinner, whatever. And I'm just like, they're serving us food, and I feel so bad I can't eat any of it, and they paid for this.
man.
I was just like watching everyone eat and just like trying to eat bread.
Now, I'm sorry. Did the bride at this point know what was going on with you?
She knew, but like she was. Luckily, I'm glad we weren't sitting super close to her, so like I don't think she was paying attention to
Okay,
us,
good.
so, which was
Yeah.
good. I was like, but the other bridesmaid, she left at some point during dinner. She was like,
she was done.
She was
I can't
out.
take it.
Yeah, but I was like, I really want to do my speech. I was like,
Yes.
I want
Worked
to
so
do
hard on
my
it.
speech.
Of course.
And I was really I had written all this stuff about the moon. I don't know. She's Italian and I have Italian in my background too. So I wrote some weird shit about, the moon. And then I was like, of course, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore, whatever. It was really dumb. And then, so the song portion was, we spend a lot of Christmases together, me and this friend group. And we have a tradition where we watch Dirty Christmas songs, like dirty Christmas carols, and they're horrible. They're nasty. Like
This is a genre?
yeah, I don't know how we like stumbled upon it one year, and there's a song. This guy, it's really bad. I'm just gonna warn you, but it goes, suck on my, stroke on my, lick on my cock.
Wait a second. Awful or fantastic?
I mean, it's both.
It's
both.
pretty great.
Yeah.
I have never heard of this, and I love
now
it.
we want to hear every
You have
song.
to look it up, and it's so nasty, and you're just like, it's not like a mild. It's so gross and
Are they
disgusting.
videos or just?
It's like lyric videos, but
Oh, okay. So like a wave crashing and then these disgusting lyrics coming up.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to
Karaoke.
karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we sing along to it every year. So it's like our little stupid, weird family tradition that we have. And so I wanted to like honor that. Obviously, it's a wedding. I'm not going to sing that song. But I thought it would be funny if I sang a parody of that song. Like I was like, I'm going to do a stupid parody of that. So I did suck on my, hug on my, love on my heart. And it was just like really dumb, like a love version of this very dirty song. So I had gotten some friends in, and like they came up, and I got up there, and I don't know about you guys, if like when I'm sick, but if I perform, if I have something to do, it knocks it out for a second.
Right, yeah.
So I had like a clear 5 minutes where I felt fine, and then we did the song and everybody loved it. And then my friend was like, that was your Michael Jordan game, like your flu game. Because
That's right.
And then I was out. And it was like, I had to like sit in the thing, being sick all night, listening to all of my friends dance the night away.
And like hear them from your room.
Yeah, and I was just like, I love dance parties more than anything. It was such bad FOMO, and it was just like,
you could hear them from your room. You went back to your room, and then
you could hear the dance in the disc. I tried to rally for a while, and I like kind of sat nearby, and I was like, it's not happening. So I left.
You just have to perform the whole time, and then you would have been okay.
I should, yeah.
Guys, I have more songs.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
More songs.
I have more parody songs. More weird.
You know what?
songs.
We're like, we want to dance. No.
No.
I got more. That's the only way I can
That's the only way I can be here.
Every wedding needs more parody songs.
Yeah. I'm sure that wasn't enough.
Oh my God. So you left.
So I left, and then I basically attached to the toilet for 2 days straight. And
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Were you better by the time you had to get back on the plane?
I had to push a day because I was like, there's no way. It's
So you even had to delay going home.
Yeah.
To be in a beautiful, tropical,
God.
like clear waters.
Yes.
I saw some pictures on Instagram from the other lady to lady
Oh yeah.
vacation photos. They're in like C notes.
Oh no.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Wait, they're
It
in
was-
C notes? What does that mean?
It's like underwater.
Cenotes,
Am I saying it right?
I think cenotes. Yeah, it's like
underwater
they're caves. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Brandy
I was
went to
like-
these amazing. It was beautiful.
I
Everything
wanna
was
do that.
beautiful.
And so you're just missing all this stuff
yeah, so
in your room.
and you had to pay for the whole thing. And
yeah, so I had a doctor come because I was really starting to get really worried about being dehydrated because I couldn't give anything down, So
Yeah.
it was just like, it sucked.
Oh
And
my God.
Are you in a room alone?
No, my boyfriend was with me.
Oh,
so
good.
he took care of me.
So he
thank
could go
God.
out and get you
Yeah,
ginger
yeah.
ale or
He would
whatever
take 2 hours to go get you ginger ale because he's soaking in the sun.
Snorkeling.
Yeah, he's snorkeling. That is so sad. Oh my God.
Thank you.
But then you said everyone else came back with COVID, right?
Yes, so then like everyone got.
So you're like, ha ha,
Well,
motherfuckers.
luckily, I had just gotten it. I had gotten it like a month or so before that, so I knew I was probably in the clear. But and you have to test before you go home to America, or else you have to quarantine there. So we all had to test, and like we're all fine. But then as soon as we got back, people started testing positive, and I was
Yeah.
like, thank God no one had to like stay there. and
Wow.
quarantine there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge expense, and they're
So-
not like, oh, it's free,
No, you have to
right?
pay.
You just have to pay
for a hotel. and-
another 5 to 7 days.
So really, there's the whole testing before you come back is sort of pointless because it doesn't necessarily show up on the day.
They also don't want. They were like boop. They like are not trying to really get in there. You know?
They just wave the
light-
Q-tip
they-
around your
yeah.
nose.
They kind of like wave it in front of your nose, and that's it. So yeah,
Like a
they're not,
smelling
You're
salt.
fine. Goodbye.
yeah,
They just want you out.
yeah. I don't think they're like looking to have. Also, like resorts, they don't want positive people. Like
Of course.
there and stuff like that.
No.
So
Oh my God.
It doesn't help them.
So, oh God, did you like get a party favor, or were there at least like chocolate almonds? Or just trying to look on the
so fun.
positive side.
I mean, honestly, it was still great. It was beautiful. I still got some really amazing things. You know, we did an excursion day and all that stuff before it all happened, and it was still a great, thing.
And did the other bridesmaid, like, did she have the exact same thing you had? Like,
she had a less time than me. She had like a day. She was out a day, and I was out like 3 to 4 days.
wow.
Yeah.
So whatever hit you both somehow hit you harder.
Well, and also, I should have said, like, about 10 people total got sick with something.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know if it was a stomach bug or what,
Jesus.
but, like, a lot of people got sort of taken out. I think I was the longest, but a lot of people just, like, had something at some
Oh my
point.
God.
Yeah, so...
Don't go to other countries.
I know. Well, you know what? I was talking...
the lesson.
Yeah, that's the lesson. Don't
lesson.
go anywhere.
Don't leave your house.
I was talking to my friend about it who's like studying medicine, and she said that, I was wondering, I was like, what is it with like not drinking the water? Because obviously people drink the water who live there. And she said that like, well, everyone already has the stuff in that, like the E. coli, they already have it.
They have that
so they don't
bacteria.
get sick. Yeah, they don't get
Okay.
sick because they're used to it. And I was
That's
just like,
fascinating.
Oh, that's why you get sick most when you go other places.
Does that mean that they are healthy?
I don't know. She didn't go into it that hard.
Yeah.
She just said that like it's already, everyone's like used to it. So
That's so interesting. So you have to just drink bottled water when you're
yeah,
there.
they basically are like, don't use it to brush your teeth. Don't like use
Wow.
only you can use it to shower, but like don't get it in your mouth.
So when you go in the ocean, that's different, obviously. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
The
I'm an
ocean's,
idiot. Never mind.
ocean.
Just drink the ocean water. You'll be fine. You won't get
Guzzle it.
dehydrated at all. Wow. Well, that was.
But we don't know. I mean, I avoided it, but you could still get it somehow if someone gets washed it or whatever. It can happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was it. I thought it was the chicken stuff we ate,
Yeah.
but who the fuck knows?
But everybody
It's so
ate the
hard to
chicken?
know with that.
Yeah, exactly. With 10 people getting sick, I was like, I don't know. I thought me and the other bridesmaid ate a lot of the chicken. I'm just grateful the bride did not get sick.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
she had an incredible wedding. Like it was great. It went really well for her, and like everything she wanted like came off really well. It was really unique, and so
Oh, that's
I was
great.
so grateful she didn't get sick because she does have like she gets a lot of stomach issues, and we were just like praying nothing was gonna happen.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, I
own
mean,
wedding.
she ate. Yeah, she ate all the stuff we were eating.
You took it for the team.
Yes, you
Yeah, I
took one
took
for the team.
You fell so she could walk. That's not an analogy. It doesn't even make sense. I'm just
You fell so she could walk. No, I think that's good.
Vomited.
You vomited.
so she could not vomit. I
so
don't
she
know.
could walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
that's a good friend, right there.
Yeah. Well, it was also, it's weird because it's like, I didn't want to talk about it that much because obviously it's of somebody's way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're not trying to be like, by the way,
Oh,
I'm
right,
sick,
right.
I know it's your big day, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't stop shitting myself.
Exactly.
Something old, something new.
In my
Kind
pants.
of both, yeah.
Oh
Well,
my,
then-
yeah, that's right. Oh my God, well, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And-
getting sick.
Thank you for getting sick for her. Thank you for telling us your
Yeah.
story. That is bananas. What is the lesson you've learned from this? Will you still travel? Will you not travel? What are your thoughts?
I mean, of course I'll travel. I mean, I'm excited to go back again and hopefully not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it can happen twice, so I've got to go again.
Just bring
to-
Lunchables with you next.
Yeah, that's a very good call.
Eat Lunchables in Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what's safe. Like, what could you?
I think you're just taking the risk.
Got to take a risk. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You can't avoid everything, and
that's
whatever.
true.
Yeah.
that's true. Well, thank you so much for telling your
No, that's
story.
a great story.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for barfing your way through South America. I guess it's Central America, right? Oh no, North America. Mexico's North America.
Is
I
it?
know, it's central.
It's central.
Now I thought that Mexico, America, and Canada were North America. No,
Oh my gosh.
I think Mexico's central.
Garen, can
we
you
will
tell
find
us?
this out in what we learned
We're
today.
going to let you know in a second.
And we'll be right back with what did we learn today. And now it's time for what did we learn today.
Yes.
We are all very bubbly today.
No.
We all go on our own journeys. For Chris, it's marijuana. For Danielle, tablescape battles. Table Wars is an HGTV show. It's also on Hulu, which is, I think, where I watched it. And for gas in your home, listen for the hissin'.
Sorry.
Beware a high butt. You have a high butt. You could turn on your stove.
I wish I had a high butt.
Me too.
Man, mine is sinking every day.
Oh my God, there's nothing you can do. Don't even try.
I'm not.
Dig carefully. You could hit gas lines.
Or don't dig.
Or don't dig. Yeah, you don't need that pool.
Don't dig.
Well, you know what? Get an above ground pool.
They
They're
look
timeless.
We have one, and let me tell you something. It doesn't look trashy in our driveway.
There are more things capable of exploding than you realize. Beware of the seltzer bottles for your bits. They can explode.
Use a banana phone.
Your flour can kill you. Know where your tools are, Kristine. The term North America refers to the northern portion of the continent. It includes the world's largest island, Greenland.
Huh?
Okay, that makes no sense to me.
I'm shocked.
And the sovereign states of Canada, the United States, and Mexico.
Oh my gosh, my mind is being blown.
Well, I knew that because of NAFTA.
NAFTA expert.
Well, I couldn't explain it to you for $1 million, except that I just know that those three countries were involved. Greenland was part of it. They weren't at the negotiating table.
You know what? We learn here.
We do. We learn and we love.
If you guys love what you're learning, don't feel like you can't leave us a review.
Yeah, leave it.
5 stars.
Learn it and leave it.
Learn it, leave it, love it.
And as always, remain calm.
Hey, everybody. We'd love to hear from you on the social media at Pod How to Survive on Twitter and Instagram. And also, you can send us an email, podcasthowtosurvive@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your survival stories or just say hello. All right. Talk to you later.